don't know me, and it's an opportunity to come and see the work that's going on in Trinity Marcus Court. My name is Wayne Adams, and as I've already said to you, I'm from Pontypridd. I work for the Presbyterian Church of Wales, and I am classed as a regional minister. So my job is to actually help with the work of the Presbyterian Church just across 43 churches. It's a small job. And that ranges from Llanfair Major in the west across to Sudbrook in the east and up to the heads of the valleys and up to Abergavenny and that kind of area as well. So it's a big job. It's a big job and it's a big area. So it's great to come and share with you and to be invited to minister through God's Word tonight. My passion is the Word of God.
Amen.
And I've got a tie on tonight, but I'm not that posh. You never know when you go to a Presbyterian church what you've got to wear.
Oh no.
So this is standard issue. But I come from Ponty, as I say. I'm from a completely unchurched background. My dad is a 40-year miner. Didn't know anything of the Lord. The name Jesus was a swear word in my house.
Yeah.
And I came to know him when I was 15 years of age, which, as you can tell, was not that long ago. And now I'm in a position in my life where God has blessed me with a wife and 3 grown-up children, and believe it or not, 6 grandsons.
No.
Wow.
No.
I feel like a budding Father Abraham. And one of the joys, really, of having grandkids is that I'm thrown back into sort of children's TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know that feeling, some of you?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say to you, there are 2 places in Britain that I would never want to live in. Number 1, Midsummer. Does anybody want to buy a house in Midsummer? Midsummer Murders.
Yeah.
And the other place is a place called Pontypandy.
Yes, Fireman Sam.
Anybody know where Pontypandy
Oh,
is?
yes.
Yes, some of you do. Pontypandy is the mythical home of Fireman Sam. And Pontypandy is this tiny little village on the coast, somewhere in Wales, and the amount of fires they have is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Norman Price is a very naughty little boy.
He is, yeah.
So, why am I saying all of this? Well, bottom line is this: when somebody mentions the word fire, things happen. People run, don't they? People run. And it was mentioned here today, some of you were there, I know. I was down in the Neath Mission Hall a couple of weeks ago, and in the mission rally down there. And at the front of the church, like many old chapels, there was a plaque on the wall. And it was a plaque commemorating the first of the pastors there, a man called Frank Joshua. I think I've ducked out. Can you still hear me?
No.
Is that okay?
You're gone.
I've gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's just ducked out.
Is it the battery? Yeah.
Battery.
Shall I give you a handheld?
I'm okay as long as you can hear me.
No, it's being recorded.
It's been recorded, is it?
Where's the handheld?
Oh, hang on. You've got a green light back on.
There we go.
It's going red.
Now you're coming out. Battery.
This is the joys of technology.
Let me EQ it. Yeah, turn it on.
Yeah, just to say, at the front of the church was a plaque for this chap called the Reverend Frank Joshua. And I don't know whether you've ever heard about the Joshua brothers, but they were a part of a movement called the Forward Movement of churches in the Presbyterian Church of Wales. It was Frank Joshua and Seth Joshua, biblical name there, and a man called John Pugh, who was actually from Tredegar. And in the course of the early 20th century, those 3 men planted over 20 churches.
Wow.
20 churches, and they saw tons and tons of people come to know the Lord. I was talking to a man called Leighton Long the other day, He was telling me that his granddad was a builder in Tonwynloes in Cardiff. And Grandad went to a pub down in Grangetown. I was going to say a boozer, excuse me, that's what I would call it. He went to a boozer in Grangetown. So he was having a pint at the bar. We're talking now at the beginning of the 20th century. This bar was rammed with people, Leighton Long says. He said he was talking to a chap at the bar, and the chap said, if you want a good pint of beer, I don't know what you're doing in here. He said, you want to go across the road. So Leighton Long tells the story of his granddad walked through the doors, and he says, they're so passionate, and he said, but my granddad didn't get to the other side of the road. So, why Leighton? He said, because standing on the street corner with Seth Joshua,
Wow.
preaching the word of God.
Oh.
And he said, my grandfather never got there.
Wow. Wow.
He said, he came to know the Lord, he said, and after that there have been 3 generations of men and women in my family that have known Jesus as Lord and Savior.
Hallelujah.
And when I look at those kinds of men and women, I see people who are on fire. That's my point.
Yeah.
Who were so on fire that when people came into contact with them, they were fundamentally changed. Now, as I've already said to you, I became a Christian when I was 15 years of age, I'm sorry, nearly 40 years ago, and I've got to say to you, I'm not on fire.
Yeah.
I'm not on fire. I don't know what it is to be able to preach a sermon on a street corner and for somebody not to be able to get to the other side of the road.
No, that's right.